What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Jim Hill, President and CEO of MCF Energy. It's a pleasure to have you on today, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm currently in Germany right now, so it's just about dinner time for me.
Great. Well, let's start by giving a quick introduction to MCF Energy. And could you tell us a little bit about the company and everything that you've been up to recently?
Sure, absolutely. MCF Energy was formerly Pinedale Energy, was really formed in response to the energy crisis in Europe. Since the invasion of Ukraine, Europe has realized that Russia is not a reliable source for over 40% of their natural gas needs. We realized this and within a very, very rapid period of time, put together a portfolio of prospects, which we went into a deep dive on and reviewed. And after reviewing over 20 different prospects, we selected two to investigate and acquire. In fact, we just had a press release today for a letter of intent to acquire a German operating company called Genexco. And I'm currently in Germany reviewing the portfolio of prospects and concessions that we will be acquiring in this transaction.
So MCF Energy recently advanced their responsible exploration for Europe's energy security and commenced trading on the TSX Venture as per your recent press release as well. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Our goal is to provide significant energy resources to the currently energy-starved European market. We're developing a blend of resources that will contribute to the energy needs, both during this current crisis and extending well beyond after that period of time. I think that the European nations have suddenly realized that the safest supply of energy for any country are those energy resources found within its own borders. We've put together a number of great assets, which I think are going to have high impact, not only to our bottom line, but also to our investors. And we're currently closing on a number of those assets here in Germany and Austria.
So the company is focused on large-scale natural gas exploration, like you mentioned, for Europe's energy crisis. Could you tell us a little bit more about your mission?
Yeah, absolutely. The natural gas has finally been recognized as a transition fuel necessary for the eventual transition to renewable energy resources and a lower carbon footprint. Our focus has been to identify and secure both high-impact exploration plays and assets, and also producing assets. The two assets that we've acquired so far, the prospect name is Welchau in Austria, and then of course we're acquiring Genexco, which is a German company, which has current concessions in Germany, and also almost a dozen additional prospect leads and plays, which we will be acquiring in the future.
I think we've realized how important jurisdiction is now, so it's great to see that. So could you tell us more about your key management members and track record of success? What are they bringing to the table?
Our executive chairman is Jay Park, a world-renowned oil and gas attorney who's been involved in the formation of many energy companies, including Recon Africa. He has tremendous knowledge in most countries of the world as far as being able to put together and vet projects, and also the legal requirements of each individual country. One of the things that we really found is that there's a tremendous difference around the world. Most natural gas and oil resources are owned by national oil companies. And for individual companies, you have to go in and negotiate production sharing contracts and that sort of thing. And Jay brings just immense knowledge in that respect. The main advisor to our board is Ford Nicholson. He's been involved in the industry for decades, and I've known him for probably almost 30 years now. And most of the major companies that I've been involved with, Ford has also been a major contributor to. Bankers Petroleum, for instance, that developed the Petos Marinza assets in Albania, which is the largest onshore oil field in Europe, by the way. And then BNK Petroleum, which was actually a spinoff of Bankers, which took over the US discoveries in Oklahoma. And at that point, we also extended off into the European theater back around 2008, where we acquired almost 5 million acres of concessions in Poland, Germany, and Spain at that point. And of course, there were other international energy companies that Ford was involved with as well. So that's basically a couple of our North American advisors. We also have John Gaffney as an advisor. He, of course, was one of the formers of Gaffney and Klein, a major asset evaluation company, which is well renowned in the world. And also Richard Wadsworth, who was also involved with Bankers. He's also on our board. General Wesley Clark, who brings, of course, immense knowledge about the European theater and governmental agencies at the time. One of the aspects that we found was that when you operate in a country, it's very, very good to have a country-based operator, which is a big reason why we decided to pursue Genexco. Genexco is a small privately held company that has immense knowledge. Peter Eckhart is CEO of Genexco. He's a geologist and project manager with over 40 years of experience, who's worked and managed assets for Wintershall, which is one of the major companies here in Germany. In fact, Germany's largest crude oil and natural gas producer from 1998 to 2008, Peter was involved with them. And there's a number of other individuals that come with Genexco, which will give us a very well-rounded asset to explore and to also represent us to the country and to the local governments. This is a German company, and the assets which we will be developing will be through this German asset, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to be working with these people.
I agree very much that having a team on the ground is very important. So when it comes to creating shareholder value, what should we be looking out for from MCF Energy in 2023?
Well, we currently have two projects that we have locked down. To tell you a little bit about them, Welchau in Austria is in the calcareous Alps of Austria. It's a very, very large anticline, an anticline being the trap, which basically allows for the accumulation of oil and in this case, gas. The anticline covers over 100 square kilometers. It's absolutely huge. The asset and the targets that we see are within 2,000 meters from the surface, so the well will be easy to drill. And we're currently looking at drilling that well this summer. So we're very excited about that. It's not a major expenditure to drill a well, and the potential reserves are substantial and will have a real impact to Austria's energy needs. The second project in Germany is a confirmed and established gas field. It's called Rudnitz. There are 3 wells which have been drilled, which confirm the accumulation. We're looking at very, very large gas reserves there. The difference in this particular case is it's called low caloric gas, meaning that there's a significant amount of nitrogen associated with it. But of course, the technique to separate methane from nitrogen has been well established, and quite a number of the gas fields in Germany are low caloric gas and use these extraction techniques to do it. The real kicker on this particular one, though, is that there's associated helium with this. And of course, helium is a very, very valuable gas. So we're looking at extracting the helium along with the methane, and eventually finding a way to monetize the nitrogen, which we'll be producing as well. So I'm very excited about this project. It's a known gas field, and we have a plan moving forward to exploit this resource. And of course, along with Genexco comes a whole portfolio of projects. As I mentioned, Peter Eckhart has been exploring Germany for over 40 years. And we have a substantial portfolio of prospects, which we currently are turning in applications for to acquire the concessions, to acquire the assets, and eventually get them drilled, hopefully within the fourth quarter of next year is what we're hoping at this stage.
Should be a very exciting year for you. So what are some of the bullish catalysts that you feel may propel the natural gas sector forward in 2023, the overall market? What should we be looking out for?
I think that Europe has finally recognized their energy vulnerability. And, it just does not make sense to get over 40% of your natural gas resources from Russia. Russia has definitely proven that they will use this as a weapon and a way to bend the European Union into letting them do what they want to do, not just in Ukraine, but I'm sure other places as well. I see this moving forward well past the end of the current conflict. They realized, especially now that the supplies are starting to run low, that they need to diversify their energy sources. And let's face it, the most secure resources you can have for energy are within your own borders. So the prospects that we see here in Germany have really been ignored for almost 30 years or so. The development of energy resources, especially gas resources in Germany, just has not happened for a very, very long time. So as we discover and bring these new resources online, I think the country is going to really recognize the value and actually support us in our current endeavors.
So finally, where's the best place for investors and prospective shareholders to find out more information on the company? Where should they go?
Well, we're currently building our website. It's in its infancy at the moment, and I apologize for some of that, but we've been pretty much involved in going out and securing resources and reviewing potential prospects. However, they can also contact our investor relations team for more information, and that can be found on our website.
Well, thank you so much for that information, Jim. It sounds like you've got an exciting year ahead of you, so I look forward to covering your story. Hopefully we can have you back on for some more updates, and have a great day.
Absolutely, I'll be happy to do it.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below, along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.